Today we're looking at the 15cm Nebelwerfer 41. The Nebelwerfers started off in about 1934. It's actually classed as a smoke thrower to disguise that it was actually a rocket launcher. So there was a number of different diameters that were designed along the way. This one came into service, I think, in about July of 41. They were issued to the Nebeltruppen. They'll generally have about 6 in a battery. The Carriage is a modified Carriage of the Pack 36. It can come down to a +5 elevation up to a +45 elevation, and it has about a 27-degree left and right. We've got the elevation handle and the traverse handle, and we literally just wind them on to bring it up or to traverse the Nebelwerfer. They're missing off this exhibit. So like with most things, handles that light material generally rusts away or gets broken in time. At the rear of the Nebelwerfer is where we load the rockets. You can load these after you fire them in about 90 seconds, so it's a very quick reload. Each rocket is given an ignition source via electrical connection. A 30-metre cable is connected, and then it's connected to a EZR39, which is like an electric magneto. They move anywhere from 15 to 20 metres away from the rocket because when this fires, it leaves a lot of dust and a lot of smoke. They'll generally want to go for 1 round every 2 seconds as they wind on the ignition system, and that's to maintain the stability of the Nebelwerfer on its carriage. So when the rockets were fired, they had a muzzle velocity of 342 metres per second. The rocket was more costly to produce than the actual Nebelwerfer itself. So we have a ballistic cap up the front here, the forward igniter. At the rear part here, we have the rear igniter. This section here contains 7 sticks of a solid fuel. Around this part here, we have 26 holes or venturis. They're offset to about 14 degrees. So when it does fire, because it's offset, it actually imparts spin onto this rocket, so it is spin stabilised in flight. In the rear part here is where the explosive is kept. So when we're firing a high explosive round, there's about 2.5 kilos of TNT. If we're firing a smoke round, there's about 3.85 kilos of smoke. So a HE round is about 32 kilos. The smoke round is about 35 kilos. They did have a chemical round that they could fire out of the Nebelwerfer. It was stockpiled but not used. When this fires, it makes a very unique sound. Now the US troops gave it a couple of different names, so it was either Screaming Mimi or Moaning Mini, because the soundiness is very unique when it fires, and that's mainly to do with when it fires, the actual force of the propellant burning and coming out of those venturi tubes. It was said that this rocket was very similar to the way it operated as a mortar would, so it had a very sensitive nose. When it hit the ground, the explosive part was actually still above ground, so that gave it its effectiveness. These weren't good against, say, bunkers. It had to be infantry in the open to have its effectiveness. But they could fire this out to about 6,900 metres, so they could literally saturate an area if it was troops in open. This exhibit was restored by Al here in the museum's workshop, so if you'd like to come and see this exhibit, please visit us at the museum, or if you have a favourite vehicle you would like us to do a video on, please let us know in the comments.